Okay, it's time for, I think, my favorite segment of the show, Never Too Personal. This one is a very timely question. Um, could you be friends with someone who supports President Trump? So I thought this was a good tie-in to have the conversation about Chili and Nick Cannon. So I think at this point, everyone knows the situation, but Chili got caught up this week. She has a tour coming up, and she had reposted a video about Michelle Obama, um, accidentally conspiracy theory that Michelle Obama is a man. She also donated to several Republican groups, including the Trump National Committee. So she has been found out as MAGA. Nick Cannon, much more upfront about it. He was talking with Amber Rose. He said that he F's with Trump because he is frustrated with the Democratic Party. And he also called the Democratic Party the party of the KKK. He has praised Trump's disruptor energy and describes himself as politically ambiguous. He isn't a part of any particular party. They're both evil. So everyone is up in arms about the two of them. Now, the question was, could you be friends with someone who supports President Trump? The short answer is supports currently? Absolutely not. Am I friends with people who have voted for President Trump in the past? Do I know people who have voted for Trump who feel differently now or who have learned that was a mistake? Yes. Could I be friends with someone who is actively today in the year of our Lord 2026, the year of Beyonce 2026, supporting Trump? No, that's going to be a hard no for me. The experience that we have all gone through over, how long has it been? I don't know. It feels like a lifetime. How long have we been dealing with this man? Since 2016, so like 10 years. Over the past 10 years, dealing with Trump, the endless things that I could list that are just complete madness. Being friends with someone who currently supports Trump would mean that I am friends with someone who is an accused pedophile. Accused is light. I'm saying accused, alleged for legal purposes only, because we obviously know what the situation is. Moving beyond any of the other things that he has done, which is a encyclopedia-sized list, that's going to be a no for me. And I have to draw the line somewhere. I feel like prison rules is safe. Prison rules feels good. So the thing with Chili and Nick Cannon that ties into this Never Too Personal and why I couldn't do it and why so many people are frustrated with Chili and with Nick Cannon is being ignorant in 2026 and having a platform is not acceptable. There's too much at stake. There's certain times in history where you're living in unprecedented times is not the right way to say it. You're living in historic times. There's been times throughout my almost 40 years on this earth where it just feels like life is just happening. Like maybe somewhere in the world, something historical is happening, but it doesn't feel like it's like happening to us. Right now, will be talked about. This moment will be talked about if we make it to the future in future history books. This is an important, serious time in history. What's happening right now? And we've passed the points of being ambiguous, and we've passed the point of not picking a side. You're not allowed to do that anymore. You can have a difference of an opinion on a particular subject. You can have a particular moral standpoint that you disagree with something, but you have to pick a side. And it's been like that for a while, but really right now, you have to pick a side. And if you're going to announce things in the way that Nick Cannon did, you've got to be educated. Yes, he is half right. The Democratic Party was the party of the KKK. But tell the rest of the story or don't tell it at all, because you're not telling the entire story. And people like to throw these half facts out to appear educated, and they're not. And then when they get cooked about it, they're like, well, I'm right. Like, yeah, you are right. That was the party of the KKK. But it's not the party of the KKK now. It's not the party of the KKK now. And there was a shift, and it's obvious, and you've got to read the whole book. And with Chili, if you're going to stand on that, if you're going to support someone who has done all of the things he's done leading up to this current election, then stand on it. But she's coming out and trying to say that she didn't know, and that excuse just doesn't work anymore. The other part of it for me is, and I've been beating this drum for years, is the cancel culture drum. If you work in entertainment, nobody has to spend their money with you. No one has to do that. If you beat someone up, if you beat up a woman, if you hurt a child, if you vote for someone who's an accused pedophile and rapist and encouraged a coup, if you don't know what that means, it means they, on January 6th, they tried to overthrow the government, the United States of America. They tried to overthrow the government. They didn't pull it off because they have Mountain Dew IVs and Cheeto fingers, so they weren't organized enough, but they did try it. They did try it. That did happen. If you're going to support that, you're going to have to stand on that. And that's the reality of this situation in time. So I just, it's hard. It's a hard time now for everyone. People have really strong opinions. People want to be in between things. I'm a registered independent, but let me be very clear. What the fuck am I gonna say? I'm not MAGA. Like, be fucking for real. I don't even feel like that's a silly fucking thing to say. I am disgusted by our current state in this country. I'm disgusted by our leaders. I am embarrassed by our leaders. I think everyone who has two brain cells that communicate with each other should be irate all the time. Everyone should be enraged. And if you work in entertainment and you're going to put your thoughts out there, I want you to understand nobody has an obligation to continue to support you. You don't sell milk. You make music. People don't have to continue being fans of you. And for years, this has always been a conversation. Why I have freedom of speech. Yes, you fucking do. Are you in jail? No. Then you have freedom of speech, baby. That's how that works. You aren't free from consequences. And we live in this time and space that for years, people have been hammering down the idea of consequences. Nobody should have to suffer consequences. And we've gone so far now that there's an entire list of pedophiles. And the only person who has had any consequences is the woman, which, by the way, fuck her. She should have consequences. It's just ironic that that is the situation. As consequences, the anti-consequence culture has gone so far that we are now actually holding no one accountable for anything. So if you are in entertainment and you're choosing to voice your opinion, stand on that and understand people do not have to agree with you. Your employer doesn't have to keep you. The fans don't have to keep supporting you. People don't have to keep wearing your jersey. People don't have to keep going to your shows. They don't have to keep watching your movies. They don't have to do that. I don't have to spend my hard-earned ass money on your bullshit product if I don't like you anymore. I'm also free to react to that. I've done this rant, I think, 40 fucking times. It is just so frustrating. So I hope I answered the question. No, I couldn't be friends with someone that supports Trump right now because I go by prison rules. So no, it's gonna be a no for me. There's been a long journey that we've gone over the past 10 years. A lot of things have happened. And with Nick Cannon and with Chili right now, people just have a very low tolerance for acting like you know a thing or two and not really standing on a side. You got to stand on a side right now. There's so many times throughout history where, for fun, I like to read really depressing, sad, giant history books. Haley actually brought me. I'm going to try and read the dragon books. Which one is it? The fairy books. Okay, I'm starting with the fairy books. What is it? Crown of Roses? Court of Roses? Yeah. Court of Roses. I'm going to try and lighten it up. I've been told I need to lighten up a little bit. So, but I will read these really traumatic, horrible stories of humans just committing these mass atrocities to each other. And I'm just like, wow, like, how could this happen? How could you convince this many people to be this evil for no fucking reason. They get nothing out of this. They don't get money. They don't get fame. They don't get fucking women. They don't get a big house. Like, they get nothing out of this. It's just pure violence and rage. And then they put their lives in danger. And then millions of them die too. Why the fuck do people do this? It just overwhelms me, the thought that people could do this. And then I see how we are living and treating each other right now. And I'm like, oh yeah. Like, it's happening right now. And it's because people are indifferent. You have to stand for something. And if you stand on it, stand all the way fucking over there. And when they betray you, which they will, you can't come scurrying back. You can have an opinion here or there. You can have a conservative opinion about something. But as a whole, if you're standing with people that are doing things that would get you fucked up in prison, you're probably on the wrong side of it. I'm just saying. They will get fucked up in prison. So maybe you're on the wrong side of it. That's all I'm saying. Hope that answered your question. If you want to participate in the show, DM us Too Personal Show, or you can email us at twopersonalpodcasts@gmail.com, or we post every Sunday. We post a prompt so you can put it in there on IG. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. I'm so excited for this season. Thank you for coming to hang out. If you are already a subscriber, if you're new, welcome. I won't always be so, but I've been around for a while. So, I feel like I kept it kind of light with the creator thing. I didn't want to do too much gloom and doom, although it does feel like the world is ending. But at least for the next few days, it won't, hopefully, and you'll enjoy the podcast. So next week, we'll have some really fun guests. We have a lot of fun things coming up this year. Again, let me know if there's somebody that you want to have on the show. Please follow, like, subscribe, and share. We love you guys, and we'll catch you next week.